If you're anything like me, you probably get excited and overly passionate about all of the dreams, visions and ideas swirling around in your head at 100 miles per hour. It's part of being a dreamer, and sometimes it's difficult to hold it in. We like to announce on Twitter or Instagram that big things are coming soon, or we ask for everyone's opinion over a cup of coffee. Sometimes it's to get the constructive feedback, and sometimes we present it in a way that doesn't give the listener an option to disagree. What I've learned over the last few years is that the key is to keep your mouth shut and just do the work. If you haven't started a project yet, it won't be any more complete after telling Twitter that you're about to work on something. I remember listening to a TED Talk podcast about 6 months ago by Derek Sivers that talked about this idea. He said that when we have a goal, we shouldn't be satisfied until the goal is complete, in theory. But in reality, we're really good at sharing our ideas and plans over the internet, at lunch, or with whoever we happen to be around, just to make conversation. And while we think it's a good idea to share and ask for feedback, we are really tricking our minds. When a friend says, "That's a great idea," I feel good about myself. I feel as if my goal or objective is done in some capacity. This effect is called social reality, and it's toxic. After hearing this podcast for the first time and doing some research myself on the particular topic, I became incredibly curious as to how social reality may have been affecting my own life. I started counting the amount of times in just the last few months that I had told somebody an awesome idea, but hadn't even begun to start working on it. Who's to say whether or not I would have been working on the project, even if I hadn't told anyone? But that's beside the point. My project was still sitting in my ideas folder in my notes. Maybe it's good to tell a few people your ideas, the ones who you trust and can keep you accountable. I'm not saying that you shouldn't tell anyone anything, but in a world where everyone is working on something, it's more impressive to just show up to the table with something that is done or finished. By announcing our every move, we're only making it harder by building arduous expectations, and it becomes a lot of pressure when it's time to deliver. But with silence, there is no expectations, aside from the ones you set for yourself.